the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies.
Alright guys, so jumping straight into the video, I'm going to start off with my NARS Creamy Concealer on my eyelids to prime, to make sure no veins are showing, and just to give me a smooth and even base. I'm going to be using the Tarteist Pro Palette, and I'm using the top row, the lightest brown shade for my transition color. And I'm just moving that all throughout my crease. I get really messy with my crease. I don't like it to be like just in the crease. I like it to go kind of higher up just because I feel like it makes my eyelids look bigger. Next, I'm taking the darker brown on the top row and putting that a little bit lower down, and it has like a little bit of a red in it, so that's going to tie into the whole cranberry look. I'm also really messy with this color too because, like I said, I kind of like just move my crease up my eyelid like more than the average person because it makes it look bigger to me. Next, I'm taking the dark brown in the palette, not the darkest brown, the second to darkest brown, to kind of give my outer corner a little bit more of a definition. Now I'm just taking a fluffier brush than I just had, and I'm just making sure that all the colors blend in with each other and there's no like harsh lines. Now I'm just taking more of that red brown with a fluffy brush and kind of just giving it more color, but also blending everything together. Now I'm taking the light shimmery color in the very top left of the palette, and I'm just highlighting my brow bone. Whenever brushes fail me, I'm always using my fingers. I feel like my fingers are my best tools as far as my eyeshadow. So now I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and it's the yellow color corrector and I'm just taking that in the very inner corner of my eye, and I'm not cutting the crease, but I'm kind of just putting that in the very inner corner, so whatever color I put on top of that is going to be very pigmented. Surprise! It's not a color that I'm putting on top, it's glitter, and it's a gold glitter by NYX. I think every look needs glitter. I just think it ties the whole look together and it makes everything just fancy. So I did my liner and my lashes off camera because I need like the mirror in my face to do it, so I can't even like record it correctly. So to start my face off, I'm using my favorite base, which is the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base, and it's very good for dry skin and also oily skin because they have one for oily skin it doesn't leave you with that like oil that those You know those Sally, I don't even know if that's how you say it, but like those brands that want you to put oil under your foundation. If you have oily skin, that's not what you need to be doing. And I feel like more YouTubers should let y'all know that instead of just putting it on their skin, because that's definitely for people with extremely dry skin, which is not me. Now I'm just taking the NARS Creamy Concealer in the color Ginger, which is almost my skin tone, and I'm just taking it to the red marks on my face or any pimples that I have. Now I'm just going to blend in everything that I just did with that concealer to make sure it's a smooth foundation for my foundation. The foundation that I'm using is the Pro Matte foundation, and this foundation is really good for oily skin because it just leaves you having a very flawless finish. And I think this would be my favorite drugstore foundation. Now I'm just taking the NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard, and I'm just using that to highlight under my eyes, my nose, my chin, my cupid's bow, and my forehead. Now I'm using the Hourglass foundation in the color Almond, I believe, and I'm just using this to cream contour, but since it's a kind of a warm shade, it's kind of just bronzing my face instead of contouring. So if you can see, I just made like a little circle around the very tip of my nose. It just gives you that button nose without being too harsh. Now I'm taking a dual fiber fan brush to blend out the stuff that I just put on my nose, because this gives it a really precise blend out instead of like a beauty blender that'll kind of mess the product up and put it in places that you didn't want it. So since I don't care that my cheeks are as sculpted as my nose, I'm just going to use a beauty blender to kind of blend out that product I just put and make it more of a shadow than a precise line. Now I'm taking the Airspun powder that's from the drugstore to set my under eyes. I also set my whole face with that. I go between the Laura Mercier powder and the Airspun powder because sometimes the Airspun will give you a little bit of a flashback if you take pictures with it, but it is a really good powder though. Now I'm just highlighting my cheekbones, my nose, and my cupid's bow, and a little bit above my eyebrows with the Gilded Honey by Laura Geller. Now I'm just putting a tiny bit of blush on my cheeks with the e.l.f. I think it's a bronzer blush duo, and it's just a corally pink. Now I'm lining my lips with MAC's lip pencil in the shade Chestnut. And I'm also going to use the NYX matte lip shade, and I'm not exactly sure the shade, I'll leave it down below, but I just use this a little tiny bit on my bottom lip, and then I'll press it together with my top lip so it just gives me like a little tint, and then I'll go over the sides with the pencil again so it's more brown. I always wait to go over my brows at the very end of my makeup look because I think it makes the hairs on your brows stick out more, and it makes them look more natural. Now I'm just going over my lower lash line with the same exact colors that I put in my crease, and I put a little bit of the dark brown on the outer corner. And then the same shade that I highlighted my brow bone with, I'm putting in the inner corner, and I'm kind of mixing it with the Gilded Honey that I put on my cheeks, but it's mostly the color that I put on my brow bone. Then I just lightly go over my lower lashes and then the top lashes to blend them with the falsies. My finishing touch is that I always put gloss over any lip combo that I do, whether it be matte or not, because I just like the glossy look better. So this is a pink gloss, and I don't remember who it's from, but it's just a regular pink